Hello, hello, hello. What's up? How you all guys are doing? I am back with another live video. Today we are going to implement uh, let's wait for few people to join in and then we will start. So let me check few things over here. Okay, that is good. That is good. Right, so guys, please let me know if my stream is going well. Are you able to? Is the audio video fine? Okay, here we are. Noise. Awesome. So this was the thing that we did earlier, right? We did to do application with non-persistent database. So what we are going to do today? So we are going to create why can't I write? What is this? Alright, so noise server. So we are going to build a chat server in Rust. Okay, so these boxes are basically terminal, so one will act as a client. I'm actually into TS, Python, C Sharp, Rust is what I'm really interested to learn for future. Alright, that is good. That is awesome. So we are going to do something like this. A client would be there, and there can be, just a minute, there can be multiple clients basically. So there can be multiple client and they will all contact to a server, basically connect to a server. Right, they will all connect to a server right over here. So multiple clients will connect to a server, and on the server what we'll do, we'll create a runtime using Tokio, and it would be async. So will do that, and all these clients that are connected to each other will be if I show here, they will be inside a group, or they will be inside a room. So when any of the client will send the message, right, then it will broadcast it to all the people on the group. So it would be kind of a group chat. All right, so what features we will try to implement in this is let me just let me just shift it over here. I'm very bad at presentation. Alright, so what are we going to show? Connection through WebSockets. Yes, so we will do this connection through WebSockets. We will show message as soon as any new user joins or leaves. So we'll do that. All right, again messages will be broadcasted to all the users. All right, so we'll broadcast the message to all the users. And what else can we show here? We'll see if we can show anything else. Right, so we'll start with something. We'll create a WebSocket. First of all, we'll try to create few functionalities, like how we will use Tokio to create async task every time a user joins in. So when the user will join, will have its address as well, IP address as well. So we'll store that IP address along with the username. So, and username would be taking inputs from the users, right, for their username. And we will have a set of commands like quit, to quit the room, or channel, you must say, right, or users command to show all the users in a channel, or maybe room. What else can we create over here? I think this is it. Quit users. We will add like things as soon as we progress, so we'll see how it goes. So are you guys ready? Let's do that. We'll start by creating our project over here. So I'll go inside projects and I'll say chat, maybe group chat. We have to go inside it, and we'll do cargo new group chat, right? So group chat, I'll just do nvim. So we'll start from here. Now let's see what else can we do here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask on chat. All right, then we'll see how we can take this thing. Let me just grab some water. All right, so guys, please attend the polls that you are watching on your screen right now and share this with your friends so that we can have a noise stream. All right, okay, so we'll start now. Let's go. Okay, so as I told, we'll start by creating a listener. All right, so before that, let's add Tokio. Added. Do we have to like add some thing over here? Let's see. We have Tokio version over here right now. Let me update this thing with features as well. Features. Is it good? Right, let's close this thing and let's come on our main thing, right? AYG noise guys, come on, you need to opt for that poll that you are watching on your screen. All right, now let's do this thing. So we have main function over here, so we'll basically create something. Yes, so one more thing, few things that we are going to like understand over here is we'll understand how we can we will create a struct called chat server. So we'll write all our implementation over here. We will have a count of user joined over here, right? And for that users, maybe we can say users, will use something like arc mutex. Why are we doing this? Because we will have some data that will be that should be shared between the threads, right? So thread can access that data safely, so we will use arc mutex. All right, so we will do that. We'll do some kind of like arc mutex, and inside that we will have a hash map. And what do that hash map will contain? It will contain an IP address and a username, right? So this way each user that is connecting through the server will have a unique ID, so that can become a key, right? and the username will be the value. So if we want to figure out like how many users do we have, right, as we discussed in our diagram, that if we want to check out how many users we have, then we can take help of this thing over here. So we'll implement some kind of this thing. Now when we want to define messages, for now I will not implement this thing, I'm just writing something. All right, so how many messages can we have over here? So let me just comment this thing first. So messages could be, as we discussed, user joined, right, user left, right, if a user just left, right, if we have any chat message. So these are the types of messages. We can have this system message as well, in case something is, if the system want to send us notification that okay, hey, the user is like getting an error or something like that. Any messages our server will give to the on the terminal will go under this category. So we are basically creating messages types over here. So we will have a fixed type. So as I told earlier on my previous videos, that if you have a finite set of possibilities, like if you have fixed set of possibilities or fixed set of things that and that you want to assign to, we'll use enum for that. All right, so we'll create a enum messages over here that will have message types. All right, so it will have a user joined, user leave or left, maybe a chat message that will have a username and it's a message kind of thing, and maybe system messages for the thing. All right, so now before jumping on to all these things, we'll have to first create a server, a listener. We'll call it listener because it should listen for the all the incoming connection request. All right, so we'll do that, and how can we do that? We'll take help of Tokio. All right, and we have already installed Tokio, right? So we'll do that. I hope we don't have to change anything on cargo.toml. That's why I already did only one change on the thing. Okay, so now let's do this thing. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask on the chat. All right, so let's create this thing. I'll say let listener would be TCP listener of Tokio, right? TCP listener, and we'll just bind, and we need an address over here, right? So I'll say let address equals, and I want to assign a port. What do we want to assign? 8080. Yeah, that is good. I'll say address. So here we go, and for that it's an impl future type, so it returns it, right? So we'll use await. Now we cannot use await over a normal function, so I'll make a function main async, and when we make async function, we'll have to add some macro over here. I'll just call Tokyo main, right? So it will have all the necessary code to make the async function main. Now we have our listener. All right, we have binded it to an address, and then maybe we can just show I'll say chat group is running on, I can say address, right? And maybe I can show over here some helper kind of text to the user. I'll say connect using maybe any command like telnet .0.0.1 8080. right? Some basic thing. Now when I want to create a server, I'll say now here I will have a I want to create a server, right? And that server will have all the functionalities of sending the message, something like that, right? If a new user joins or something like that. So to create a server, we will have to create something like chat server dot new. So we'll create a function over here, and so let me just create some boilerplate kind of code, some template, so that we can just follow along with that. All right, so once we have this thing, maybe I can do if I have server dot new, then maybe I can but now let's accept connection. So here I can maybe I can just send periodic notification kind of thing, that how many users are there, right? Like a server status or something like that. That's why we created a message time system message, right? So maybe we can create a send periodic notification over here. All right, and after that maybe create a loop to for accepting connections. Now this thing is optional over here. It's a kind of bonus that we can do later on, right? It's a kind of bonus and completely optional, no issues with that. But this thing we have to do, so we have to loop for incoming connections. All right, so I can say listener dot accept, right? It's an await thing. Now I'm getting an error because I already have an error over here, because list any tcp listener dot bind address dot await. That is the issue over here then. Okay. So I'll have a socket and an address over here, right? This address would be the IP address that I'm have to deal with. If I'm going to comment this thing, let's see what happens. La. Listener dot why it's not showing. It should show like this, right? TCP listener, Tokio net listener. Hey. Right, guys, what do you think could be an issue? I am not able to the accept function is not showing. Can I know what you are share gamer? Can I know what you are trying to implement? Yes, I am trying to create a chat server that I I had it in my Node.js application that I did. So I thought I should implement that thing, but the issue over here is that listener dot accept, I cannot see it. Yes, Why it's saying it's unused? I have already used it, right? Is my LSP is going to be an issue? What do you think? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Yeah, so this is what a difference between TCP listener. It's a standard libraries TCP listener, and I'm using Tokio, so it will be an async. So I'm using a Tokio crate for it, so I'm using a TCP listener of Tokio. Yo, bro, why don't you use ChatGPT? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, one good reason to not like having an issue is, because this await, it will return a kind of so I need to either use this, because I need to handle this thing, so I can like have it over here now. The question mark operator over here says it the function either should return result, right? So that is why I can use this. So let's do this. Let's return a result, and from here maybe I can use box. Man, what the heck is this? Why I'm keep getting this thing? Result, unit type on success, and on error I can use box a den and error of this thing. So this should be gone now, and by the end, to satisfy the compiler, let's do this. Okay, alright, so the question mark issue is gone now. Expected one argument, so I'll do this. Alright, now over here I can say now I'm going to on this line I'll have the incoming connections, right? So I can say new user joined. Now as soon as the new user joined or new user connected, I will have this address over here. So we'll run everything. All right, so we'll use telnet to connect to this so that we can debug what is going on. All right, as I told earlier, if I get an user, I'll have to spawn a async task over here, right? So I'll use async move, right? So for each user I'm joining, I'll have to assign a async task so that I can handle that user's operation concurrently. All right, and for that I'll have to use and I have to clone each server. All right, so that I don't have any race conditions. Okay, server would be this, like that. All right, now let's go over here and the each task, what will happen, I'll create a function called handle a user. Maybe I'm just saying it. I'll pass in socket. I didn't created anything right now, I'm just writing a template, a raw template. Okay, a server clone that I'll pass. Of course that will be async, and I'll have to only worry about error, right? If I get any error, I'll say print ln error in handling user, right? Maybe I can show something like address and an error. Right, I kind of can show something like that. Now the error is coming currently because we haven't extended any implementation for chat server as well, because we haven't implemented any associated function that is called new, and we don't even have a function that is called handle user, right? So this will accept the incoming connection. Alright, if you want to see how this is going to work, we can run it, but we have to comment all of this because we want to see the address. All right, so we'll open two terminal. On the first one the code will run, and on from the second terminal window I will connect with my server using telnet. Alright, but let's first create our struct chat server. What's going on in the stream? How much time did it take to learn this from you? How much time did it take to learn from me? That will work. Unwrap on await, maybe. Yeah. Editor issue. Refresh. Yes, sometimes my LSP won't work. So I don't get it, but I got it now because I was using an async function, so I have to either use that question mark, to gracefully to propagate the errors. Now when I use question mark, that question mark will propagate the error, right? And it will only propagate if my function that I am using question mark inside it should return a result. So for that I returned a result from async main using result, a unit type in case of success, and a box a boxed error in case of any error, right, using the dynamic keyword. So yeah, that is why using question mark is a good idea when we have to without showing any error or something like that, we want to propagate error to the top. So, and it can be only propagated if the function that is inside, like the question mark is used inside, it should return a result type. So the reason to return from the main is this. Yeah, so yeah, how much time did it take to learn this from you? I don't know. It could be an eternity because I'm still learning. Yeah, so guys, feel free to come on chat and make sure you like this stream. Also the current poll is going through your screen. Feel free to do that poll. All right, and if you have any issues with the stream, feel free to come on chat. Okay, now let's implement our chat server. So as I told, we could have a users over here that we can use arc a mutex. Now the thing is, should we use we should use this, right? A hash map, hash map. No, there is an issue with that. All right, so we will have a arc, I will have a mutex, and this is of the, maybe I should start from here as well. I'll have an arc. Inside this arc I'll have mutex, and inside here I will have a hash map, and the hash map will have a socket address and a string for the username, right? This is how I will keep track of users. And I'll have a sender over here. Now this sender will be broadcast sender, right? And I need to pass a T over here. Okay, now this T, why I'm using T, so it takes a type, all right, that what type it will be, it would send, right? So maybe we can pass in our enum, right? Enum, I'll say message, and over here as I already told, we could have, what is the spelling of message? MESSAG, right? Message. Maybe here we can have user left string kind of thing, right? User joined a string, not a string, basically it could have a struct, basically. Should I do it? Should I keep, I mean, we can have a note, a message kind of thing, but for now let's say could be a string, right? System message kind of thing. So we can have like this. Inside this I can pass my message. All right, now let's do one thing. I'll say simple chat server. Over here I can say new, it will return a self, chat server, I can say sender. Now I'll have to return a sender, right? So how do I get the sender? So I can say, to get the sender, over here I can say let sender. So I'll have broadcast over here, right? So broadcast channel, by default I'll take maybe 100 messages as the channel capacity to be sent, right? So it will return kind of tuple, so I have to only worry about sender, so I'll just say sender. I can use this shorthand, right? And for the users, I can also create over here. I'll say let users is equal to arc new mutex new, and over here I can say hash map new. So initialized, and I'll just say users. I don't have to do this, but again, anything for to make it work right now. Now it says expected blah blah this. Let's do this. Method clone not found. Okay, that is fine. We'll create a clone method. It says the trait broadcast channel 100. Let me just, there is also an error in syntax, as a syntax error expected semicolon. Okay. Trait message clone is not satisfied. The trait clone is not satisfied. Okay. Trait clone. Now I already did that. What is the issue now? So this chat server will be assigned to each of the this thing, right? Now it says something else. I need to stretch. The trait bound message clone is not satisfied for messages. So actually I have I'm using it on mobile view, so I have to stretch. I have to expand my editor each time to see the error. So now it's done. It says something, right? Okay, so it is done. A new is done. Now let's create another method broadcast. So it will broadcast to all. It will use as a message sending thing. So I'll worry about only an error right now. Alright, so I'll say I'll have to use self, otherwise that will be of type message, of course, that we have created. I'll say self dot sender, right, dot send. I'll have a value, so I'll say message. In case of error I'll say failed to send the message, and here is the message, right? Failed to send a message. So this broadcast method is used to send the messages. Now I'll create a function called add user. Now why I am creating these methods, because I'll create another method called handle user that will use this chat servers method to implement features like in case of add user, what we have to do. In case of user remove, what we have to do. If you want to send a message, we'll use the broadcast method that I already created inside chat server struct when I implemented that thing. So I'll use that thing to do so. Alright, so in case of add users, oh god, I think the electricity will my system will turned off very soon now, so let me just save it before anything goes off. Self over here, and what do we need? We have an address. It's back. Socket address that I already, I think, taken up, right? So I'll have a socket address, and I'll have a username as string over here, right? Now what do we have to do in case of add user? If I say I'll use self, now I need when a user is added, I'll have to add it on the users that arcmutex thing that I created, right? So when I use arcmutex thing, and so I'll have to take a log of it, right? Once I take a log, I will insert on the hash map. The key will be address, right, and the value will be username. That makes sense. That this is what we have created, right? And username, I'll just take clone over here, right, log await insert, I'll add it. Yeah, I think that is it. And what do I have to do? I'll have to broadcast the message that a user has been joined. User joined. Inside this I need to pass in a string, right? I'll say username dot await. You understand how I did that? Like how creating a message like broadcast will help us to send, or if I were to set the message, I'll use broadcast function, right? So as you can see, when the user added, I inserted the user on a user's hash map, so that I can have a track of it. All right, and if I used a self.user, then it means I will create a function of like something like user count, right? This way it will give me the count of user, right? And how do I do that? I will do simple self.users.log.await.length. So whenever I'm accessing anything, oh, of course, sorry, thank you compiler. So whenever I try to access anything that is wrapped up with arc and mutex, I'll have to take the log first. All right, because arc and mutex are required when we try to access the data in between threads safely. So for that we have to take log, and then we do anything. Okay, now let's say I'll create a function called remove user, like right. So I'll have this thing, I'll have an address, right? And let's see, maybe I can just say once a user is removed, I'll have to remove the thing from the hash map as well, right? Dot await dot remove, the key would be address, right? The key would be address. This is how we remove things in hash map, right? Once it's done, it's okay. If we are getting any error over here, then no, in case of any error, I'll have it shown by from where I will call the remove user, but once I remove this thing, it will return me the removed result, right? So I'll say self dot sender I think broadcast message would be message dot user left user. Can we do that? Right? Not wait. It will send the message to everyone that okay, user has been removed. I'm not sure what I'm doing. If in the middle of the night, I'm not sure what I'm doing. So user count, we have remove user. Now let's try to see what in how our enum will look like. A user left, a user joined, system message, that will also will be passing in string over here. So user left, user joined. Maybe I can have a chat message as well, right? So chat message will have a username that will be of type string, and a content that will be of type string, right? Now can I implement few things over here? Should I implement toString, right? If I just say if I would just say user left string dot toString, it will return me a formatted string. So instead of using format there, maybe I can do this. So it's all a kind of let's implement this thing. Hopefully we can learn from here how to modify things. Over here I can create my custom toString function over here, right? So I'll say match self whatever I got here, message dot user left, a username would be there. I can say format left the chat, maybe something like hold my beer something like that. I'll have a username over here, right? I'll say it again, message user joined username chat. User join, maybe kind of chat. I have username and content over here. I can say format. A username will show content like this, so I can say like that, right? Does that make sense? Format. System message will have message, of course, so I'm just formatting the message over here. So like this I can say system has to say something like this. So user left, user joined. So this way I will have my own enums function, so that I don't have to write it over there. When I use message dot user left, it will give me something formatted kind of string that I just created. Correct. Now I have remove users, right? So I want to add few other things over here that says like get count of all the users, right? Or maybe get username over here, right? So self. So if I want to get the username, I'll have to pass in the address, right? Based on that address I'll fetch it from this. I hope you must be understanding why I'm using option, because in case we didn't find anything, I want to return null as well, like a none value, right? So I'll say self dot users dot log dot await, and over here I will use a get from hash map. I'll use and address dot cloned. A cloned value is the demand, right? Like this. What are you building to build the front end for this? I just made one in Java yesterday. Amazing. What are coding, bro? How much time? Did you ever feel like your job was boring? No. What happens if you type htf? This is not. Is this Python or C plus? C plus? Nice. How important is knowing eng in your job? Hey Saf, hello Arivajra, hello lol, I just made one in Java yesterday. Awesome. What are you going to build the front end for this? Nothing. It won't be any front end kind of thing. It will be I'll have just two terminal over here. So on the one terminal it will be my server will be running, and the other two terminal or two or multiple terminal I'll be just connecting to that server. Hello from Brazil. Hello, welcome. AI and AI paired programming is available. Use it, brother. Make things easy. Okay, I will do that. Why can't you use AI or Copilot? I should use AI and will use AI Copilot, of course. At least not to make these things. I mean, these projects are, for learning how this works and how can you create it. So using AI is for your work, so that you don't have to do any tedious things right? But when you are learning something, you should not use AI, because this way I think there is a thing called tunnel vision. You cannot look other thing than the tunnel only. So where the tunnel will lead, you will have to go there. This should not be a case when you are learning something. It should not be a tunnel vision. You can use AI though to research while learning, but at least you should explore multiple things. You should get your hands dirty. So Varun, I won't be using any AI over here. Why not make a simple front end? Because I came here just to create a CLI application, nothing much. You can definitely create a front end and React. Use sockets, web sockets or sockets to connect to this, and then make a chat application, so that when you send message from there, you will get a reply real time, like that. Guys, please come on, do the polls, and I just didn't know what you were trying to do. Okay, no problem, that's okay. That is okay. If you want to make a working product of this, what stacks do we need? If you want to make a working product of this, you will be needing a front end. Backend would be in Rust. So Rust would be the backend. Front end would be TypeScript, React plus TypeScript, Tailwind. So, but yeah, you can do that. I mean, it would be just a simple chat application, right? There are already products available that are doing real well, right? Like WhatsApp, and you can use chat in everything now, right? Sending messages and all. So okay, all right. So guys, so this is what I'm trying to do. If I want to get the username, I can either I'll have to get the value from the hash map. Do you ever use the JavaScript framework? I find it quite fun to learn and use as compared to Python and Node. No, I didn't get the opportunity to use the Java Spring framework, Spring Boot framework. Yeah, it must be fun. It must be fun. Thanks, I'm not aware of Rust. Could you please explain what it is and why? What it is and why? Rust is a programming language, right? So it's just another programming language, and as the programming language evolves, it try to solve the issues what previous programming language has. It doesn't want to be always on top of it. It just simply solves some of the issues. So one issue, one of the like many issues that it solve, one is about the memory footprint and the developer experience while working on it, right? So when a dev start working on it, it mostly try to fix, or it avoids all the mistakes regarding memory. I mean, you can do that, of course, but what Rust was intended what intended while creating is it helped developer to avoid bugs related to memory, bugs related to databases, due to its like models like ownership and borrowing rules of the compiler, right? So yeah, that is it. Rust your favorite backend language? Kind of one of the favorite. Yeah, not bad though. I mean, yes, it is one of the favorite. If you Varun, if you want to know something like, or if you want to dig deep why and how about Rust, give it a search, a Google search, or maybe you'll get to know. All right, get username, remove user count. I think we have created mostly few things. And did we left anything? Can we get the user count? Yes, we already did. We have get username, remove user count and all right. I think we have created this thing, right? We have a message over here. We have created enum, extended the implementation to create our own function so that we don't have to do it over there. And we have created a main chat server. This will be our main thing, right? We will pass this thing to every clients that joins in on our server, so that if you want to broadcast a message, he will do this. Now our main function is having some error over here that says it doesn't have a handle user. So let's create handle user. I'll say handle user. What does it take? It takes a socket. So socket would be a TCP stream, right? It takes an address. It would be a socket address. It takes a server, right? And that would be of chat server, right? It will return a result of in case of success, and this in case of error. Again, I'll have to use error, right? But here, when I'm dealing with threads and when I'm dealing with async tasks or spawned task, I'll have to use this thing, right? When I'm dealing with threads and all, I'll have to like use send and sync over here, right? Now let's just do one thing. So I have this thing right over here, right? Handle user is to handle each of the client that is going to join, right? As soon as if you must be seeing on the main function, I wrote listener.accept.await. So I'm waiting for the listener is waiting to accept new connections, right? As soon as a client connects to our server, we will handle that client with all these functions that I'm going to create. Handle user, all right? It will be separate, and it will be handle user will be assigned to each of the client that is joining. So that is why we are cloning the server over here, right? We are passing the cloned server as a argument to this handle user method. Now handle user will have if you remember what we did over here is live accelerator, yeah. So we have all these set of commands, right? We can have set quit, set users. So as soon as the client do you have any career advice for me? I'm junior right now in college, hoping to land my first internship this summer. If you're about to land your internship, then it is good. I mean, whatever you are doing, just do it by heart. That's it. If you take any of the programming language, try to skill that, try to do master in that. So That is the one and only advice I can give. So as you can see, we have few set of commands for here, right, that we are going to implement. So we have so now see, as soon as the client joins over here on the server, he can enter the commands to see the status of the server, to see the users. If you want to quit, then he can press /quit for to quit this thing. So we need to take input from the users as well. So to do that, what we are going to do is, we'll say I want to create a variable over here, and I want to wrap the socket onto the buff reader, so that inside the socket I can read the input line by line. So I'll say buff reader, right? Buff reader, I'll assign new. Oh my god, I'm just feeling socket, a TCP stream over here, right? And if I do lines, what is an issue over here? It says buff reader new socket dot lines. I'm using buff reader of Tokio, right? It says mismatch type. Okay. Oh god. This will solve one issue. Now here it is. Let me just the trade bound Tokyo is not satisfied. Stream is not satisfied, not implemented. Tokyo net TCP stream. What is this? TCP. Oh god. Hello Nizam. What is up? Buff reader new socket. It says nothing over here, right? What if I do this? Oh man, I'm yawning like a should I search it on buff reader new, and when I pass in the sockets I cannot do this. I need to see the error. What is the error over here? Join handle Tokyo. Whoa. Expected this. Our join handle. Okay, so one thing I have just grabbed over here is no, I need to maybe do this, and over here it is good, no issues with that. Now let's fix another one. Build. It says I need to pass the mutable reference of socket. Oh, thank you, sir. I'll pass in the socket. What is this socket over here? Listener dot. Maybe I need to pass cargo build method Tokio IO buff reader not found. Is Tokio okay. I need to use this thing as well because this trait is required. So maybe I need to import it over here somewhere. Okay. Handle user. I already did async move over here, right? Async move. In case of any error, I'm just passing in the socket, and I already have this thing. This accept and a cloned server. Okay. I think I need to pass in the mutable reference over here. So it says unused variable, that is good, no issues in that. So I have the lines now. I'm not sure if this will work or not. I'll only have to wait and debug. So if I have mutable lines, then I'll be having a right, because this way I'll ask the user for its username or its commands, right? So I'll have to do that. I'll say that mute socket. This one will accept the user rights, right? So I'll have socket over here. Now this thing, I'm still getting an error. Cannot borrow as mutable. Remove this mute. If this is intentional, do this. Consider changing it. It's saying this to mutable. So I'm doing this. So what is an issue with able to do that? I can do that, right? I have this thing. now here I'll say socket write dot write async write or write all. There is no more data to be written. The method will not return until the entire buffer has been successfully written or such. The first error generated from this method will be returned. That is good. Now I want a byte over here, right? So if I use b over here, it will make this string into a byte. So I'll say enter your username, right? Because I'll use this thing. Wait, correct. And to send those things immediately, I'll do socket write dot flush dot await. Correct. I'll do this. Do you have an issue here? No, correct. So mute lines I need to implement, right? So once I have this, now I'll say that username match lines dot next lines dot await. Take this. I have match lines dot next line dot await. When I get some lines, right, either I will have some lines or I'll have none. Case of none will return. Okay, right. But when I have lines, what I'll do, I'll say that username is equal to line dot trim. Lines, basically it will have lines dot next line, it will have line. So let's do this. Line dot trim dot to string. Right, and if I'll have username dot is empty, because user can hit enter, right? Users can be user want to make a program like kind of idiot proof, but I think the user is biggest idiot of all, so you cannot make it a user proof. I'll have to this thing as well. I'll say username is not empty, sir. I'll do something like that, and then I'll just await and return okay from here, right? If everything goes well, then I'll say username, right? Cannot move out of socket. What the heck is this? let's move ahead. I'll just figure out what is going on with this thing. Now I'll have over here server dot add user, right? I'll have an address over here. I'll have a username, correct? Right, it's not returning user, so sorry for that. Now add user, so this one will add user to the server, and before that I'll take a username from the client. So that much code is of about taking username from the client and kind of lines borrow. Let me just see what happens here. Cargo build, move out of socket occurs here, borrow letter used here, borrow of socket, binding socket declaration, cannot move out of socket because it is borrowed. Man, these bugs and this night. What project it is? Nothing. It's already 11, so I think I will have to leave now. We'll continue this tomorrow. Let me be honest, right? Brain is not working right now. So hopefully tomorrow we can solve this thing. So I'll see you guys next time. Till then, when this stream will be over, if you have any questions, feel free to go on my channel and comment it down there on this video's live. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I'll see you next time. Ending the bowl now. Let's see how much it is. 39% says yes, 27% says no, 25% says I'll learn, and 9% of the guys says I hate this stream. That is okay. That's why I kept that option, so that hello Joel, what's up? Aniket, once this stream is over, on my channel's live section, once you open my channel and go on the tab where it says live, this will be there. So you can just if you have any questions, you can just comment it down there. Yes Joel, I'm great, thanks for asking. Yep. Okay, now let's go and sleep. Tomorrow is Monday. Yeah. Actually, the brain is kind of freezing right now. I can't even think why is this thing happening. So I'll just quickly take a sleep. Good night sleep, and then continue with some work tomorrow, and if I get time I'll be completing this thing. Okay, boys, boy, I'll see you next time. Ending the stream now. Thank you very much whoever came on chat to say hi. Bye bye guys. If you have any question, feel free to add comments on this video. All right, bye bye. Vladimir, bye bye. Bye guys, thank you very much. Bye.